What's up, chaps and chapettes? We have this new squad that we're building here. If you didn't already see the previous episode, we sold every single player we have. Kind of starting from scratch out a 4-4-2 Bundesliga team. And I think a 4-3-3 sort of La Liga Santander. Oh, no, I already sold that. It was the 4-4-2 Barclays Premier League sort of vibe team. So the new team is going to be a 4-1-2-1-2. I haven't really used this recently. I have to say, I've been using a 4-2-3-1 quite a lot. But the 4-1-2-1-2 has been in the meta for a long time. You know, Huge Gorilla is one of the biggest sort of advocates for that, you might say. Like, one of the biggest names in the scene that is dishing out L's with a 4-1-2-1-2, and he has been for quite a while. So, yeah, we decided to go for this formation. It is also, to be fair, although I think I started with a 4-3-3 with a cam when I did get to 100, but I ended up with a 4-1-2-1-2 in the end. It just seems to be... You know, different playstyles will basically just suit different people. You've got quite a fast attacking presence with Inaki Williams and Ben Yedder. I also enabled myself to kind of have an OP meta team, to be honest, for quite a cheap price. By having some of these French players. The centre-backs, I think, are like 80 pace each. The centre-backs are incredible. I haven't actually shown the stats. I don't really know the names either, I'll be honest. But these two centre-backs basically have 80 pace. One of them is 89 strength. They are just absolutely mad. And it enables me to play a more aggressive playstyle is what I'm getting at. Is basically that because we've got players who've got pace all around the pitch, we're able to play that aggressive 4-1-2-1-2 style. You need a meta team at the end of the day. If you're trying to play 4-1-2-1-2 with like a slow team, a team that just... I mean, a lot of you will know what a meta player is, you know. It needs to be quick, needs to be good on the ball, needs to be strong, a lot of them in defense as well. So, you know, 4-1-2-1-2 for me only works when you have those meta players. Without that, it struggles. But... as you can see with the tactics here, we're switching to 4-2-3-1 on the defensive phase. Just because then you've got more of a sort of presence in midfield to see out games. 4-2-3-1 still a viable, like a decent viable formation. You just kind of slow down your play style. Play a more sort of passing game. Like a more possession-based game. So, I don't know. I really do like this new system. At first, I kind of used it... I mean, I'll try with it in the future. But I was trying to sort of play it how real-life teams play it. And literally switch formation on the fly. So, basically, when you're attacking, for example, Guardiola tactics, they'd switch to something like... I don't even know what it is, but it's like a 2-1... whatever it is. It would just be some wacky formation where there's only two centre-backs. But left-back and right-back come into the middle, become centre-mids and all the rest of it. I mean, I was hoping that as soon as the team is kind of attacking you on the counter-attack, that you could, like, switch to that formation. It would kind of go into that system quickly. But, you know, often it doesn't really... I don't know. It doesn't transition really quickly or as quickly as I thought. And also, the transitions in this game are much quicker than real-life football. Often, there isn't enough time to organize your team, like, in a different formation. So, what it's more for is what you're seeing here with, like, the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-1-2-1-2 sort of going hand in hand. You know, it's more just, like, easier. It's an easier way of switching formations without having to press... like pause or whatever, because you know in FIFA 17, FIFA 18 and all the other FIFAs you're gonna have to pause the game, switch formation and do all of the tactics as well. That's one of the annoying things, the instructions, the tactics and all the rest of it, whereas now you can just do it with a click of a D-pad, which is much better. So at the moment I think this is the first... is this the first game? It is the first game, yeah. It was really weird, this game. Like, I kept scoring goals, and this is the good thing about the 4-1-2-1-2. It's like playing aggressive Fortnite. I feel like it's a good formation to get better at the game, because they often say, like, when you're playing Fortnite, you want to play aggressive sort of play, and then your gun skills will get better and all of that much quicker. So I do actually recommend, if you want to get better at the game, throw yourselves into games with the 4-1-2-1-2 and just play as, like, aggressive as possible, and then you'll get good at sort of predicting opponents and outskilling them and stuff like that. But they got 2 lucky goals there to get a 4-4 draw. I was literally yelling down the mic. I was just like, what is happening? Because I was absolutely dominating that dude. And then he just gets 2 lucky goals. But the thing is that, you know, if you're playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, if you concede a lucky goal, maybe you're not going to be able to get back in the game unless you do, of course, like, switch formation. But if you're just playing a 4-2-3-1 or like a more passive defensive style, then I feel like it's more likely that the unlucky games are going to catch you out unless you're controlling the game really well. So, I think because we basically just like, we're trying to outscore opponents. And it means that we're more likely to overcome lucky goals against us, to be honest. He scored a weird goal there, though, like on the turn. And then all of a sudden, look, it falls from here. Keeps falling for him, falls from him again. The defenders run past up. What are you doing? All of them just run past. It was like a stampede of players just running past the ball there. So we're now 2-2. It's gone from 2-0 to 2-2. Lovely bit of play there. Just slot in for Muriel. So I actually touched on this right at the start, but basically, I've managed to get chem stars. Definitely recommend when you're buying a new team, make sure to get chem stars with the players, because a lot of them just sell for quite cheap with the chemistry styles with them. You know, they come with the chemistry styles. So we've got like Shadow and an Anchor on the 2 centre-backs. I think they got... One of them goes up to like 90 sprint speed because of that. I think Shadow's probably on both for right back and left back. We've got like an Engine. We've got Hunters for the up front chaps. You know, like... It's just, it makes a lot of difference. And a lot of people saying, I mean, I've said this like every single video, but I'm just going to say it one more time, you know. Pace does matter in this game. It definitely does. People seem to think that like pace doesn't matter at all. Definitely does. It's just after dribbling for a little bit, it diminishes the speed in which you're going much more than it has done in previous FIFAs. But in terms of the first touch and the initial runs, matters a lot. Ben Yedder right now is carrying the team. I'm not going to lie. Well, it's not... Well, actually, maybe he is. He's just scoring goal on goal on goal. Like, the centre attack in mid, it's a good position to pick up, especially if they're, like, good on the ball. And Ben Yedder just seems to be so good with his balance. He picks up the ball here again. Look at this. Drag back, kind of turns. I'd love to get good at, like, the skill moves and stuff like that. That's my next thing I'm going to pick up. Really get good at the skill moves, but gets away there. I mean, the centre attack in mid is basically... It has that bit of space because there's 2 strikers occupying the centre-backs, and then the cam just has that little bit of room a lot of the time, and he gets another goal here. So Ben Yedder, this is with a Hunter chem style, which is good because, you know, he's lacking a little bit of pace. It's like 84 pace, but with that Hunter chem style, it's probably going up to like 94, something like that. So, you know, it's decent. It's decent stuff. And his dribbling, I think he's got 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Great centre attack in mid. Definitely would recommend. I mean, a lot of centre attack in mids aren't really that good. To be honest, you want like wingers occupying the centre attack in mid slot a lot of the time. You can just like bring on a winger. For example, like Bernardo Silva, if you want a cheap... Actually, I don't know whether I'd recommend him as a meta player. This is what I mean. There is a very clear difference between meta players and non-meta players. Like Bernardo Silva, for me, I was going to say be good as a cam, because you can bring him on right wing and then switch him to a cam. On the ball, he's great. He's not the quickest. Maybe with a Hunter, he could be quite good. But, you know, players like Inaki Williams, you know, they're already incredible sprint speed. You just slap a marksman on them, they'll get physical. They'll get, you know, physical, shooting, and dribbling. And that's just sick. Like, it makes him a sick player because he's already got 94 sprint speed. Muriel, I think he's already got 4-star skill moves. He's pacey. Just slap a Hunter on him, get him to like 99 pace. And like I say, Ben Yedder, you've got 94 pace. So you've got 3 players. They're all sort of mid to high 90 pace, which is just incredible. So Ben Yedder getting a little pass away here. Falls for Ben Yedder. Ball in behind. Inaki Williams. It's all about the sort of quick, unpredictable plays. And I think one of my criticism of my own play, or my own sort of thing that I'm focusing on, is like, a lot of the time I've been focusing on kind of like more formations, to be honest, and more like real life play styles. But it's only been through like watching Huge Gorilla and like watching actual pro players that you realize, I don't know, like FIFA is different. I think I'll just have to accept like FIFA is different, especially Ultimate Team, because Ultimate Team's super fast paced. It's just different to the real life game. And formations like the 4-1-2-1-2 for me are just fantastic. They are like, in terms of just the transition of going from defense to attack, it's incredibly fluid. And you can catch your opponent off guard with a quick little 1-2s for triangle with the center attack and the 2 strikers. So for me, this is the best formation on the game at the moment, the 4-1-2-1-2 from what I've tried. I mean, we're unbeaten so far. We are unbeaten so far. This guy definitely was one of the better opponents. This guy was pretty sick playing a 4-3-2-1. But yeah, we get the draw in the end. And it's a 6 start. It's a 6 start, I'm not going to lie. So unbeaten, like I say, at the moment with this 4-1-2-1-2 team. And I'm finally getting back that vibe, like that old FUT Champs vibe of when I was getting top 100 and doing really well, you know, with a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. So, yeah, like I say, the 4-1-2-1-2 is sick. I'm going to try out more tactics in the future, but for now, on the road to glory at least, I think we're going to be sticking with this because it really works well. That's going to be the end of the video. I'll see you on the next one. My goodness me.
And we've practicing like an exorcist. We ain't missing, but you need that aim assist. This time we'll be consistent. Nobody close, they be distant. I'm persistent, I ain't giving up. Like a channel, damn it, should be fixing up. Daily videos talking road to glory. We experimented, Dexter's laboratory. 4-1-2-1-2, that's dead. Guardiola tactics instead. FIFA Battle Royale, the bloodshed. Tactical enforcement, Judge Dredd. We down now, but we up soon like a push-up. Like we on the FUT Champs through the boards. You wanna see me, you gotta look up.